Welcome back, everyone, to the Song of Waves and Wind, where last time we learned that the attack that was being made by the enemy forces was just a diversion, and that we were going in the wrong direction, that we should have helped to support the others from Amarul so that they would be able to better survive. And this is not good. Alright, fine. You want to die? Fine. You've just angered me. That's all you did. You're like the hornet on the side. There you go. Now you're a dead hornet. Now, I need to find our wounded soldiers so that we could help them on there. Let's take care of this warrior first. We don't want him getting in our way while we're in the middle of tending somebody. Good. They are busy over there. So where is... Ah! Hello? Need help? Alright, that's one. Is anyone else here that needs help? Ah, somebody... Oh, hold on. Oh! Ah, those lookouts are really annoying. Alright. You die first, because you're the one who threw that spear in my side. So now it's your turn. Actually, I think it was an arrow. Well, when you're a hobbit, an arrowhead could feel like a spear, right? There you go. Take care of... Ouch! This isn't going as quickly as... Oh, and they're champions. Okay, good, because I need a few of these. Get rid of the leaders. And if you get rid of the leaders, then the enemy soldiers will be less effective, right? Well, at least that's what we're hoping, at least, right? Now, what are they looking for? Oh, yes! This person right over there, and that lookout. Oh, wow. Timed that perfectly. Oh, I'll take care of that cat master soon enough, even though the quest says nothing about doing anything to any of the cat masters. But they can become an annoyance. So, we'll take out a couple of these also. And there are little cats too, of course. There you go. Mordecai Battle Cat. Dead kitty. I hope that weakened them for now. This is not the real battle. I need to warn the leaders of Khuzagin and Ambrul. They are in terrible danger. Yep, I think they already had that opinion. What a fool I was, letting Barshid cloud my emotions and stoke this fire. I should have seen this plan for what it was. Quickly, you must room Amalbi in Galvuru and Girzadi in Iridir. I have had some words with each, and both are hardy and passionate fighters who want what is best for Shagana. I will finish here and leave with Razal and Numeral for Iridir. I will meet you there. We will have much to discuss, I'm afraid. Alright, so I need to warn Amalibi in Kalsburu about the attack. Okie dokie. I shall head over there now. Now the question is, how will they take this warning?
Travel with care, friend. Dangers are all about.
Oh, now the Shara will deign to meet with me. Now that my soldiers are bloody, dead, scattered to the winds, and lost in the Khud? Where was the Shara when I sent down my request for aid? I will meet her in Iridir if only she knows the full weight of her mistake. She will hear my fury, have no doubt in that. Well, actually, that could have been worse. I mean, she could have put me into a trebuchet and flung me over to Iridir. I can only hope that I get a better response from Girhazi. Barshud has just towed the line into Fair Ambrul. We were just about to convene a war council in our response to this aggression. Of course, we will meet with Mizadi and Amabili. We will accept all help that we can to get into repelling the invasion. Well, all right. She is a bit more receptive, probably because she hasn't just been refused. It'd be my reason for thinking of that. So, let's talk to Mizadi. I have delivered the message. Thank you, friend, for speaking to them and convincing them both to meet. We shall now gather in the hall, and quickly, as time is not our ally. Well, that's very true. Right now, I'm not yet convinced that they're all going to be allies. So, let's see what we get out of this. Alright. Actually, that might be a good... Yeah, okay, I'll take this one. Now that everyone is here, we must meet to figure out how to fight this Barashud and oppose his considerable forces. I dread this part, Pineleaf. I'm no good at negotiating and worse at diplomacy. Yet here we are. We should go inside and join the others. Okay, well, not good at diplomacy. That's going to make it very difficult to build a kingdom, I must say. Well, let's go. The Sickle, the Lotus, and the Lion. You have brought the leaders of Ambaru, Khuzagid, and Imrular together in Iridir. Mizadi has much to do before Girhazi and Ambali will trust her or her leadership. Well, yeah, there's a little work to be done there, that's for sure. I have called this war council to discuss how we could work together to defeat this Barshu. Now that you work together, what about when we begged you for help and Barshu was overrunning us? You are impossible because a selfish child. You did not answer our pleas, and for that you will have an answer to ours. You were like a moth to the flame, Mizadi. You played you to a fool. I may be queen of fools, but at the least I have a homeland. I am not wandering in the barrens, queen of the wastes. Ouch! How dare you to treat me like this? We need to focus on the matter at hand. We are all here now with our skin. Mizadi, many say that you are a skilled tactician. Why don't you tell us what you know of this Barshud and his army? Pineleaf, I would speak with you briefly. Okay. On the other side. Oops, sorry about that. Thank you for coming, friend. It's quite the aid, let me tell you. I know not how to make my words persuade others. I haven't the talent. What's worse, it seems that my passion has gotten the better of me again. I wish that I had not said what I did to Amalibi. Could you gather the map from near the Subrazigard and spread it on the table? Now that we are discussing tactics and troop movements, I feel much more in my element. Okay, so obvious. I think we, I think if we eventually divide up jobs or something like this, we should make her the general rather than the diplomat. But that's just my opinion. All right, here we go. Oh, we know not where Barhuz is, just that he controls much. This moon admitted to our friend here that Barshuti has designs to Amrul, and particularly the stores of grain. I believe that he intends to seize Amrul in order to starve the rest of Shagana. That is not a bad plan. Without grain stores, none of the soldiers cannot stay in the field for long. I could fight for a fortnight without food. Oh, I believe you could indeed, but for many the growling belly would betray us before long. He has not been able to seize much farmland. The Drumar stalled his advance at Kashankuru within Amrul, but far to the south. Then we must reinforce our position outside of Garzar Kuru and seize it at once. Yes, I agree. We should eliminate his foothold within Ambarul and then work to push his forces from the north south. Since arriving here, I have instructed 3 scouting parties to start searching for large Akamadi areas. I believe that our best course of action is to gather the forces here, resupply, and then assault Kashkaru. Meanwhile, my scouts will search for Barshu's location, and if we find him, I say we launch a counterattack with the aim to cut off the snake's head. Without Barshud, I believe that the Orakai will lose their nerve and return south, likely back to Hul. He will lose his army and his head in one fell stroke. I agree, then, that this is our plan of action? Oh, is it agreed? Ambrul stands with you, Mizadi. And Amalibi? This is the tough one. If it's a choice between Mizadi and Barshud, I suppose it's no choice at all. You may be fair weather allies, but yes, we will go along with your plan. The Kud is vast and full of empty areas. It is agreed then, such as it is. In other words, an alliance between the Sickle, the Lotus, and the Lion for the protection of all Shagana. I swear it. I swear it. I swear it. For the protection of all Shagana. Well, it'll work at least for now. The alliance proffered here is uneasy and fragile, but it is there. Let's venture back outside into Iridir. We have preparations to make. Oh, yes, I am sure. So, what's the plan? That went as well as I expected. I wish I chose my words more carefully, but it is something for which I never developed the talent. At least, we now have a plan for moving against Barshud. Thank you for your part in aiding us, friend. You're welcome. A hungry army is half defeated before they take the battlefield. There is plenty of food on the hills of Amrul, but with most of the able-bodied taking up arms to defend her, there are few hands left to pick and harvest the fruits of the soil. Would you go into the local orchard and help the farmers gather up grain and fruit to feed the army? Every bit helps to keep morale high and mind sharp. What else is new? Ah, they sent me to the orange orchard. Hello there. Need help?
This valley belongs to the Shagani, and no one else.
Ah, yes, I could use the help, much as it shames me to say it. These legs have borne strides enough for 3 men. I have been blessed to work this land for many years, but now the years feel much heavier on my bones than they once did. I'm glad for the aid. You can start by gathering fruit from the orchard. Oh, beware of the Zazani. Every year they grow fiercer and seemingly larger. Anything you do to reduce their number would be greatly appreciated. After that, there is some grain that is ready for harvesting in the northern field. Okay, so I need to harvest 10 oranges and defeat 8 Zazani. Now, I noticed a couple extra quest rings over here. I suppose these people need help also. A tainted flow.
Travel with care, friend. Dangers are all about.
Warden, I'm glad to see you. We are in need of help from someone with your skills. There is a river to the northwest of here, and there have been claims that the water coming in from is poisoned. With the recent attacks by Barshu II, farmers here fear that it may be the work of Hamadi soldiers. We would not stand a chance against them if the rumors are true. And can you investigate the river and see if you can find anything? Okay, I will head over there at some point.
This valley belongs to the Shagani and no one else.
I have also heard other troubling news, and so I may ask you for your help. Other farmhands have spotted Hamadi scouts in the marshes south of, just to the south. Oh, just to the north of here. You may stop them before they can bring the reports back to the leaders. It would endanger us if they succeed. Okay, so defeat 5 Hamadi scouts. Okay. And over here, what have we got? Blades and plows.
Travel with care, friend. Dangers are all about.
Hello, my friend. If you're willing, I'm in need of some help. When word of the assaults by Barshu II reached the people here in Burakiri, some of my farmhands fled the area with their families to find somewhere safer. I don't condemn their decisions, but in the chaos when they fled, my farmhands abandoned the tools they had in their hands. I need them back and accounted for. This is where you come in. I'm to find them and account for them. If you have the time, I ask that you check around Burskiri for abandoned tools. The places in the farmlands left worked were behind the house, near the beehives, and around the mill. I would suggest checking there first. Okay, so check behind the house for any abandoned tools. Maybe if I need to go in that area for something else. Round them up.
Travel with care, friend. Dangers are all about.
Yes, some of my livestock have wandered off and have not yet returned home. Might I trouble you with finding them in the surrounding fields and sending them back here? I would usually do this myself, but since my farmhands left, I do not have the time with all of my other duties. I would gladly compensate you for your help. Of course you would. And
This valley belongs to the Shagani and no one else.
you must have heard of the assaults that Barshu II is leading in Emerald. Yes, I have heard of these rumors. I am not much of a fighter, but I want to do what I can to help the ones who are. The fighters will need food, and while we have much here already, I know that we will need more. If you're willing, would you take these bags and seeds and plant them in the soil nearby so that they begin growing extra crops? Uh-huh. You must be expecting a rather long war here, okay? I'll assume that you're expecting a protracted war and that you do have a understanding of how long it takes these crops to grow. Alright, you should be able to easily spot locations where the soil has been tilled already. Okay. Will we be able to do all these tasks from the various people here at the farm? We have to find that out in the next episode of The Song of Waves and Wind.